All right, so the only one that didn't practice today was Lot Omar. He had nicked up his shoulder yesterday, and we'll just see how he does here in the next couple days. Other than that, we look forward to the challenge of playing the Jags, good football team. Like I mentioned, Liam's done a nice job with that group, and they're playing real good football. Time's yours.
There might be some weather down there. When you start thinking about that with the game plan?
Yeah, we just, we practice in it, so we go out and do it. So we think about it, but not a ton.
Coach, Trent McDuffie really doesn't get any interceptions or any stats because nobody really throws him the ball. But what does he do for you that's not in the box score?
Well, he covers, and he does a nice job with that. He's smart, great teammate, so does all the other stuff, all the intangible stuff, and he's a good player. He can play inside or outside.
Is that serious or is it day to day?
Listen, I think he should be okay. We'll see.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Yep.
Go for Brashard.
Hello.
Hey, Brashard, just give us an evaluation of your season so far. How do you think it's gone?
I think pretty good for me. The team also, I think we're heading in the right path. So I'm all in.
You're a month into your NFL career. Has there been just a difference between game one for you and game four?
Nah, I've been just getting ready since game one. So I'm just focusing on just preparing myself and just waiting on my time.
Coach Reid has complimented your ability to retain the playbook. I guess where would you regard yourself right now in the terms of that?
I think I'm understanding pretty wellly, and I think I'm starting to get it. So I think I'm doing pretty well, I'll say.
How's it been working with Patrick Mahomes behind the scenes, whether it be training camp and game prep and in the film room and so on?
He's literally the best quarterback I ever played with. So that's kind of like that's the biggest thing for me. So, and I know how smart he is and how he sees things probably quicker than most other quarterbacks. So I love that about him.
What did last week's game mean for you? The opportunity to get the ball in your hand and make a difference.
It felt great just being in there, and we got the win also. So it felt I was hyped up for sure. I was really happy.
How happy was your family and stuff? People around the country.
They were really happy. Yeah, they come to every game. So.
How about the biggest challenge for you so far adjusting to the NFL?
My biggest challenge is just don't listen to what others say. Just do what you do and you'll be fine. If you're the player that you think you are or say you are, you'll be just fine. Just don't worry about anybody else.
Matt Nagy told us that you've been cutting down on mental mistakes, and all rookies kind of make those, but what kind of goes into cutting those down? Is that more on preparation or trusting in the scheme and trusting the guys around you?
Yeah, I'll say preparation for sure. Just practice, just knowing, like if I get a rep in practice and I know I messed it up, I'm just making sure I don't mess that same mistake up again. Just stuff like that, just not messing up twice, or just if you can mess up one time, just show them that you can correct it in a fast way. So I'm starting to understand that.
Thank you, Reid. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fire away, guys.
Phil, what do you think about I've lost you.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, really good offense. You know, they do the little things good, which I think is allowed them to have success, and they're using their playmakers, which on the back end we know we got to stop, and it's a high octane offense. So they motion a lot of guys and get guys in different positions, and they're running at a really high level right now. So we got a good challenge.
How about what Travis Hunter's doing or trying to do as playing offense and defense? You ever been tempted to play offense? Or?
No. You know, I've messed around a little bit with Coach Nagy, but I don't think Spags would ever let me do that. So I'm not even going to let that even become a thought.
Talk about without giving anything away, the difference between playing outside and playing inside.
Yeah. Outside, I feel like, you know, they always talk about that island, you know, a little bit more man-to-man, a little more going against the extra receiver. Don't have to really worry too much about your eyes when it comes to run and stuff like that, where when you're at nickel, you're pretty much a glorified linebacker, you know. You definitely got to play man-to-man in the slot, but your eyes got to be really disciplined. You got to be able to read high hat, low hats from the offensive lineman, and there's a little bit more things you got to look at because you're on the inside of the defense. You know, you're on the outside seeing the big picture. So definitely a lot more studying when it comes to the inside, but both positions, I think, especially in this defense, you can do a lot. You know, at corner, you're still going to be able to blitz. You still play man, still play zone. You do the same thing at nickel. It's just how you read the field, really.
Can you talk about Noel Williams and how he's allowed you to do more?
Yeah. I love this defense. I mean, I feel like Veach and the guys always bring in a lot of DBs who are athletic, who are gifted, and Noel's one of those guys who's really smart. You know, coming as a rookie, he's picking up this defense really well. He's disciplined, and he's out there making plays, which is the biggest thing. You see his confidence is rising, and Coach Spags is trusting him a little bit more. And on my end, that allows me to do a little bit more things. You know, I can go on inside, go on outside, and it allows us to just change up the looks, change up the personnel so that the offense just doesn't know what we're always in.
If it's raining and horrible weather on a grass field, does that help the offense or defense?
I think it's an advantage defense. We love it when it's bad weather, you know, and the receivers can't get out of their breaks, you know, fast enough, and O-linemen kind of have to play on a little more even surface. But whatever it is, rain, shine, snow, we're ready to go.
Trent, from your perspective, what's kind of led to the uptick in turnovers, forcing a pair in each of the last two games?
Yeah, I think guys are just playing together, you know. When you look at the turnovers, it's guys being in the right position, guys doing their job, and overall just hustling. You know, you look at Leo, right place, right time, playing man-to-man, great eyes. You look at some of the DBs just on the back end staying deep. You know, safeties are getting picks, and I mean, you look at J. Watt going against the man-to-man, you know, single coverage. So it's really just guys out there doing their job at a high level.
You guys are going to wear the all whites on Monday. Do you have a favorite, like, hierarchy of uniform combinations that you guys wear?
You know, the all whites, this probably be what? We usually do one for the year, so Monday night it'll be clean. I love the all whites. I've always been a big all white fan, so that's good to know. I didn't even know that.
You know, the Chiefs DBs blitz about as much as anybody in the NFL. Does that heighten your enjoyment of playing in this defense?
Of course. I love it. I always tell all the guys who come in here are DBs, like, you can't just play man-to-man. You can't just play zone. Like, you're going to be out to tackle. You got to set the edge. You got to blitz. You got to do everything it means to be a football player. And that's what I love about it. You get to go out there and play some football.
What are the keys to masking a blitz when you are called to do it?
It's really just about the disguise, you know. I think what a really good thing that helps certain blitzes is the overall picture, you know. One guy can't just sell a blitz. Like, it's pretty obvious when you know one guy's blitzing, but when the safeties are showing some, when the linebackers are showing some, when the D-line's showing some, and everything switches at the last second, that's where you're going to get your blitzes and things are going to start to open up.
Last one, anyone? Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Trent.
Appreciate y'all.